motherfuckers. Welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's A-Tuck when you need him?
And welcome back, everybody. We are now approaching our lower bracket semi-final between SOGBOX and VEXED. I am Mido, and this is my co-caster, Chamarine.
Hello. Hello.
And today,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think we're ready to head straight into the map veto section. Honestly, we're going to get straight into it.
We are. We're aware that there's been a bit of a break as well. We've had a bit of a break. There was a bit of a game played off stream as well, and a couple of overlaps. We had 2 games to finish off before we could come back to the stream, which we're back and ready to go. We've still got another 2 games, so this one and one after. But focus on the game we have in front of us: SOGBOX versus VEXED. Lotus, Haven and Breeze to start things off. SOGBOX picking into Lotus, which is an interesting one given that we casted VEXED earlier on that map.
Exactly, so we're going to see what VEXED have again on Lotus. This is SOGBOX's pick, but as we saw earlier, VEXED played extremely well on Lotus. We're probably going to see a very similar composition because it worked out so well. Why not run it back, right? Especially with that neon composition that they had on Lukey. Oh, instantly locked again. Lukey on that neon pick. And here we go. Yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. Look at these agent picks. SOGBOX, don't think they're actually going to run the Gecko Yoru. No, unfortunately, that is not what we're going to be receiving today.
No. But just teased us a little bit there, and pretty much the same comp as what we've seen earlier. If you were with us for the stream game earlier, VEXED versus Skull, we did, of course, see Lotus played in the first map. Lukey had a wonderful performance on the Neon, and I expect to see a very similar approach to it. All of the rest of the agents, not 100% on the full lineup. I know that they ran the Chamber as well and the Viper, so and I imagine the Sky, so I think maybe the Omen was maybe the only one that was up for grabs, but I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same lineup. I think it's pretty much the same as what we've seen earlier. No surprises on that side, and I'm hoping that, of course, that VEXED can continue with their kind of good form with that. But of course, to highlight, this is the lower bracket semi-final, so there is that added zest that this could be the final game for someone at this point, and to come so close and fall at the last hurdle would be was such a pain. Of course, with it being late in the evening, still got another game after this as well. They'll go straight into that after, so very much back-to-back action for these teams here.
Yeah, so players to keep an eye on this game, I would say Lukey. Really strong neon performance last time, as well as Luca. Fantastic chamber operator usage, another one to keep your eye out for. And on the hand of SOGBOX, Rudy putting in some fantastic kills, as well as Cinch. We did see some amazing plays earlier today. So yeah, lots of players to keep an eye on this game. Heading into that first round, we can see we've got SOGBOX picking up some ghosts and 1 set of light armor, whereas VEXED have actually opted for 2. Especially in the hands of the Omen, allowing him to buy that Paranoia and the Shadow Step, along with that light armor, to get themselves onto site. As we're starting the first round between VEXED and SOGBOX in the lower bracket semi-final.
Full stack towards A for now, as they begin to funnel out through that side, but for now, they're not going in. As Eagle Peak just waiting for the peak to come through, but it doesn't come as of yet. And still, they looked as if they were going to go straight for that A push, but they've kind of teased it a little bit, went forward and then came back and decided, you know what, maybe we're not going to go for full commitment as of yet. There is 2 players on side for VEXED up towards that A side, and as Petals joined together alongside his chamber comrades, as we'll have at least see Rudy collect one of those orbs, and slowly does it. Not really in a rush for now to get themselves up towards the site. Slowly does it, and it looks as though we're going to get a switch as well through towards B side as well. We get the split right into the middle. Spike is looking to go down here. Side of the smoke for now. Look, he's where the swings out. Of course, the pace that we've seen the last time continuing through this when he finds one. King Haas with another, and the kill feed lights up. 2 members now on side for SOGBOX, and it comes down to a 1 versus 2 of the Killjoy of Eagle Peak to try and win this one out. Luki though, he shuts it down, and the defuse comes through.
Yeah, fantastic play from Vex there. Just a really nice retake. Just allowing them to sort of have B, but coming back for a really good push there. Yeah, now we're looking just entering into the second round. Vex take that pistol round for themselves. Sort of what we're expecting. Vex, this is one of their really strong maps for them. And yeah, we're going to be looking even on that second round. Luke is going to be picking up a Marshall, lethal with the sniper in their hand. But yeah, now they've got rifles, they've got a Bulldog, they've got a Guardian. Well, 2 Bulldogs in fact. As they are now going to be approaching.
Action phase for now. So it looks as though they'll form up towards B. Just set things up, but not really want to go for it. Left the spike down for now, as they kind of make those decisions. It looks a little bit of a rotate around towards that mound side, but Lucky sort of lying in wait for now. As they look to find an opening engagement here. Of course, they only have the Sheriff equipped here. The shots go out, but can't quite land them. Eventually does. Lucky is fell, but cornered right into the backside there is Lou. Unfortunately, can't escape the clutches of that Sheriff now. 3 versus 5 situation in favour of SOGBOX. They've had a good go of it here on this attacking side as they look to try and funnel in towards C. And instead, actually, they go for a shimmy out towards B. Go for that central hit yet again. Marshall in hand, not enough to do anything. Stempy comes out on top there. Chinch is going to go for the defuse, or go for the plant even. And now, does it go for the retake here? Petals behind one, well, they're immediately refragged out. There's a thrifty round to come out on side here for VEXED.
Really fantastic thrifty conversion there for SOGBOX. Amazing. This is just going to be really good for their eco. Looks like they've converted, so they've now got 2 Vandals, Guardian, Bulldog, and Marshall in their hands, ready to take on VEXED, who are now on that defensive side. Not a lot of money in their back pockets, but they've decided to pick up Frenzy and a couple Sheriffs as well, just to see if they can get some kills. I mean, it just worked for SOGBOX there, so hopefully it can work for VEXED as well, as they try to turn side back into their favour.
I do like a little Sheriff. Are you a Sheriff enjoyer, or are you
a Sheriff enjoyer,
fan of the Ghost?
I mean, I'm not really a Sheriff pistol round enjoyer, but I do like using it on Ghost. I do like using the Ghost on pistol round. Sheriff technically on like a light bar on the eco, kind of like what they're doing right now. Yeah, and it looks like we've just currently got Vex playing nice and safe. The Neon's going to push up with the Shorty just to hold that close angle. If any of the SOGBOX members get too close, they might find double barrel in their face.
Love to see it. I love these little cheeky plays. Getting in the corner, just waiting for them to come around, but that's not the position they're going to go for. Instead, they go for the switch round towards A. There is a couple of members up there for Vex, so they are aware of it. That could be potentially where they come from. They also need to be just wary of the fact that there is Luke inside. He's ready for it, makes himself 2. And unfortunately, will lose his life off the back of it, but massive impact in the midpoint next to B. And he's at least established a good hold inside of this round for VEXED as they look to set things up for a next
Look at that.
SOGBOX. Lou finds one. It's a 2 versus 4 situation in favour of VEXED. They have to
30
try and link
seconds
together
left
to get this one back from the brink. 2 members together in towards B.
Teleport's
the spike
ready.
in hand for SOGBOX. They have an opportunity to get the plant down. Prophet will snap right onto
Spike
that.
planted.
VEXED have to try and dance their way back towards the site and try and reclaim this and go for the retake, but they do have that man advantage, which is ever so important. But the situation that they find themselves in is a little bit of a cross angle for now, as they kind of cover things off and just sit and wait SOGBOX and invite the pressure.
1 enemy remaining.
They acted quick enough for it, and unfortunately.
Thrifty.
Thrifty come through.
Still repeating. Yeah, Vex did even manage to convert that back in their favour. Another thrifty round in their pocket. Turns out that those Sheriff buys were crucial to turning it back towards them. Now looking, they've got the overdrive at the ready, possibly looking for a Neon burst. Vex. A little bit scared there.
A little bit. Just a little bit of passion there to start things off, but it doesn't result in anything other than some utility expended to start this round, as both teams are still setting things up, just waiting for the other team to react, and they kind of make the decision for them, really.
And then we've got Lukey just holding a main.
You should run.
Just making sure that the Killjoy lockdown does go down on B. They're going to try secure the side. SOGBOX however, Prophet does get spotted by the Trailblazer, using the guiding light to try and find the kill.
Luca's at least got one as well. Prophet with another onto Luke. Lou bites one back onto Prophet with immediately refrag, but 3 versus 3, the scales are now balanced, and a bit of a fight that will ensue as Lou one right down
One enemy remaining.
He fakes a double as well. Eagle Peak just over peaking ever so slightly, living up to their name, and loses their life off the back of it, leaving one member left alive for SOGBOX. The spike initiating. It will go down. Trench has at least been able to get that, and at least it manages to get the result off the back almost, but Hells is there, ready to go, and gets the defuse off.
I think we also have to put the question, Jam. What happened there with that lockdown?
Yeah, that's
on
strange.
B? SOGBOX, I thought they had 4 players alive, and they had the entire B locked down, and then they decided to rotate back through A, maybe to help out.
Weapon choice, it is so personal, no? You pick, does anyone have funds?
Spike down.
Very weird one. But it happens.
It does happen.
It does happen. It happens. It's in-game kind of calls, you kind of see an opportunity and maybe change things around. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. So VEXED, 3-1 up for now, and looking like they have a good foothold in terms of their buy as well for this situation.
Yeah, especially if they've got 2 ults online. We've got the Seekers and the Overdrive in the hands of VEXED. We're about to see if
Satchel out.
Blastbacks to get an
Out of
advantage
charges.
onto Luca. Luca does miss the shot, but so does Rudy. Using that rendezvous to teleport out nice and safely. Prophet's still going to be just lurking around. Luca not put off by the one-way.
Waiting for it. Rudy decides to peek it anyway and loses quite a bit of HP, but the healing is there and replenished they will be. Lucky finds one as well, and that gets the advantage in the hands of VEXED for now. But this position out towards Mount seems to be really stacked with attackers, but Luca's going to claim at least one of their lives. Rudy is taken off the board, and another one as well for the attack side as they kind of go as well towards sides. Cinch will find that one. King Haas with another one onto Eagle Peak, and it's a 2 versus 4 situation, and they have to try and link together to bring this one back. VEXED seeming comfortable on this defense here. Perfectly off the back. The swing, not quite enough there. And now one member left alive for SOGBOX. Stempy with a dream and a sheriff in hand. They'll find at least one, pick up the op, so has an opportunity to try and pull this one back. 1 versus 2 is certainly on the cards. Has a spike in hand as well, so can begin to initiate that should they choose to. But we're approaching the final 20 seconds here, and this is where it gets the crunch time. You're running down the clock. King Haas is thinking about going round the corner, thinking about aggressive and trying to take some ground, but isn't going to go just yet. The flash goes through.
10 seconds
Won't
left.
find anything yet, and another dog though, but from behind King Haas will pounce. And SOGBOX, they will unfortunately lose out that round. VEXED find another one.
There was potential for Stempy there. I mean, really well played with them to get those 2 kills. But VEXED, like you said, it's looking so comfortable right now. Really in their element. The way that they controlled the map there was just perfect. They used that toxic screen to even cover just the entrance onto A main, which had Lukey and Lou push up to really make sure no players are going to push out of there. Prophet, who was lurking, just couldn't even get through that screen at all, just being held back with util. The rest of the players stuck outside B, just forced into the sightline of the operator, just causing absolute damage.
Bit of an early aggression there coming out from Lukey, but came to expect that neon side push, and Lou's going to find one as well. So Chinch at least finds one back. Lukey's felled, and we're on 2 versus 3. Chinch has found himself a double inside of this round, and VEXED, they're in the driver's seat for now, but Chinch has something to say about that. He'll deal with King Haas out towards A, and they can technically, if they want to, take that space, but they don't really want to get aggressive off the back of it. They're looking to just remain in this area and maybe lurk for the time being. They still have a full minute on the clock as VEXED went for the rotate background towards that A site, but for now they're going to just pause and wait and see where they're going to set up the execute, and it looks as though it will be towards that A side. Stempy going for the plant here. Luca with the operator moving round towards A stairs for now, but the spike is down. And round together, playing in tandem, playing off this refrag ability here. Luca just tentatively checking every single angle, making sure they weed out any of these players here. Deals with the dog before it can become any more of a nuisance than it is. Chinchlow will find Petals and at least one member left alive. It's Luca, but there's not anything he can do about it. And SOGBOX, they finally win that round after what was looking like quite a few good rounds from VEXED.
Yeah, looking like a different approach to the round there from SOGBOX. Instead of sort of playing out around each site, just getting a feel of what's what, they decided to just send it A. Use some util to get out into main, actually, and take that space back that the VEXED have previously been holding hostage. Not allowing them to even get anywhere near A main, but this time SOGBOX were able to get in, get a bit closer to site, and get that spike down eventually.
Certainly well. It was a really good round. I like that SOGBOX have been able to come back, and now maybe they'll have something to say in the rest of this one, because the last few rounds they've really struggled here.
Yeah, especially with a rolling thunder at their disposal. It's looking like we could get an explosive burst to the site. He might not even be scared off by the Viper's Pit and the hand of Vex on C. Lou has just spotted Profit again. Overdrive being cast by Lukey, finding that first kill. Actually going to rotate round and not even push any further. Just playing it safe.
Time and time again, Lukey always getting a reaction first things first. And yeah, very quick start from Lukey, though, and it means though that the attacking side of SOGBOX can begin to start to slowly trickle into that C side. The Viper's Pit, of course, still being a nuisance to deal with and negotiate around, but we do have a bit of a corner hold there from the Rays. They've managed to wedge themselves quite deep, and then the rest of the team, they're going to go for the rotate, so they're just going to lurk up the top end, so keep an eye on that one as the rest of the team go for the rotate round towards A. They do have the spike in hand. It looks as though the decision has been made. Let's abandon C. We're not interested in pushing into that Viper's Pit. We'll leave one member up there to maybe die, maybe pick up an extra kill and see if they can just catch them unawares as they go for the full commitment towards A. There is only one member out there out that side for VEXED for now, as they now begin to descend and constrict down on A, and still we have the Rays at the top end as Eagle Peak will find Lukey and it shuts him down, and that means that we now have a 4 versus 4 scenario, and the spike has just been danced around every single site. It's made its way up to C, back up to A, and now it'll finally find its destination in the hands of Stempe inside of B. It will be planted down and still the Rays pinned all the way up at the end behind that Viper's Pit. King Haas will find one onto Chinch here, and the advantage goes towards VEXED in terms of the man count for now, but of course the plant has been put down for now. There's a bit of a back and forth. Killfeed starts to light up. Stempe will find one onto Luca. 2 versus 2 situation. Pushing in towards the site here. Rudy will find Lou, leaving one member left alive for VEXED, and Sog will find another. The attackers, they win that round out 4-3, and they're within a round's touching distance of VEXED.
What an interesting round. SOGBOX decided to go for the world tour, visiting every single site on the map. All 3 at once, which is just absolutely crazy. Rudy decided to make themselves a nice new home in Pit on C, just hiding in the corner away from that Viper's Pit, waiting for it to disappear. And as soon as it did pay off, because they found the kill onto Petals and was able to assist their teammates in getting the spike down on B after a nice trek around the whole map. What a round, leaving it a bit late from SOGBOX, but I think that was their plan. Keep going around and keep the where the spike is. Yeah, go around in the circle. VEXED, no idea where it goes.
We have an early aggression towards Mount, and it will result in a death for Chinch here. So Lukey finds that one. The opening pick yet again going in favour of the Neon. Luca with the Overwatch here, using the sort of force, just waiting for the swing to come through, but no one obliges and decides to get them out of that scenario before they overstay their welcome, as Prophet is the one to try and aggress up towards A. Only one member there as well, so they need to be conscious of this potential aggression that could come for SOGBOX.
Yeah, and it's looking like SOGBOX are just feeling out A right now. They've sent their Trailblazer through. They didn't actually get to spot Luca. He rendezvoused out and is now just chilling on the backside. The rest of the players rotated over. We've got Petals and Lukey just coming in for a little bit of assistance, but it might not be needed, as the rest of SOGBOX have actually started to rotate over back towards C. The spike currently outside of B main, and it's something like only Lou is sat waiting.
Yeah, the spike getting its steps in for sure. That's definitely been danced around quite a lot so far in a few of these rounds from SOGBOX. It will eventually find its home up towards C for now, but they need to be conscious of the fact that Lou's managed to creep his way in. He's so close here. Rudy catches him out, not quite looking in the right direction. Prophet with another one onto Lukey this time. The Sheriff as well in the hands of King Haas. Eagle loses life, and unfortunately will not play any more part in this round. Stempe's getting flanked down. Rudy on the covering angle as well, waiting for Petals to come out. peek above across the spike for now will result in the death there. It's a two-piece as well. Look how he'll find Prophet, King Has, he'll find Rudy, and they bring it back. They perform the retake. Vex, they won out one out.
Yeah, really well played from Vex there. I thought we were going to actually see a SOGBOX win that round, getting that spike down onto the site. Not a lot of defense there. SOGBOX from the shadows just to see if there was anyone on the site, and then realized that I think Lou might have actually been the only player remaining who was actually backed off in the waterfall. Yeah, I mean, SOGBOX again, just sort of clearing out the map a little bit, but Vexed, using that really well coordinated retake, was able to shut it down. And now we're heading into the 9th round of this first half. Only 3 rounds remaining. 4 rounds remaining. What am I on about?
Yeah, I was with question maths for a second.
Yeah,
it's all good. It's a late night. It's a late night. We're approaching 12 o'clock now. We've been here for quite some time. And we're now approaching the final kind of stages of this evening. Luca, though, you'll find Rudy's looking to stay for the rest of this game at the very least. And teasing through the smoke there for a second. Look, he'll find one onto Prophet. And Vexed, they're looking comfortable start to this round. They find the opening 2 picks, and now they have to just wait and figure out where SOGBOX are going to go from. But instead, SOGBOX activate a bit of passion and a bit of aggression, and they're punished for it. A flawless round off the back of that from Vexed. They go 6-3 now on the scoreline.
I think it's safe to say Vex didn't even do anything like really special or stand out that round. The SOGBOX was just walking into their crosshair, just straight into the line of fire, and that's just what ultimately led to them winning that round. Yeah, fantastic win from Vex there, just getting beautiful kills. Just taking a little time out now, SOGBOX maybe recoup themselves and try and fight a few more rounds here, as they know probably the absolute passion and strength, the raw power that comes from Vex on the attack side of Locust. Lotus.
Again, late even. There'll be a couple of blunders here and there.
There's going to be some stumbles tonight. But
it's okay. It's okay.
So during this timeout, we're just going to see probably SOGBOX trying to think of some strategy to maybe secure a 6-6, because they are going to need all the help they can get against Vexed attack on Lotus here.
Timeout, still got a few seconds left. Regathering the mental, making sure that they have every idea ironed out before they attempt to go for it. SOGBOX, and of course closing them out. Will have had their discussions, and hopefully it's enough for them to recover and bring it back in. But of course Vex, they'll be thinking, let's just get on with it. Let's just continue. Let's just keep going with this momentum. Hopefully that doesn't change it too much for their side of things.
Hopefully not, as we've got King S. His ult online, and Stempy's got the Seekers up online as well. But SOGBOX only one ultimate point away from getting a lockdown, and that is going to be crucial. Taking a site and putting another point on the board for them.
Look at this position as well, waiting outside of Mound, waiting for the push to come through, and he'll at least find one onto Rudy. Immediately refragged out Stempy with that kill. Now the aggression towards C, they start to funnel in. The combo line does find its place all the way deep in towards C. Prophet as well finding himself a kill into Petal. Stempy attempting the plant for now. King Has trying to get a deeper angle, just pulling back a little bit. Can't quite spot anyone. No one really wanting to just expose themselves for now on side for SOGBOX. But King Has here, he's funneling into a cross angle. Has to be very careful. Make sure you check the corners and just catches Prophet lacking, not quite looking the right direction. He finds himself a double kill. Doesn't care that you have a cross angle. You have to be making sure that you're looking right at the right angle as he comes around the corner. He finds himself a 2-piece. King Has has got another one. Eagle Peak with one onto Luke. And that means now we have one member left alive either side, because Eagle Peak has a bit of an overwatch on to the spike. Lou's attempting to go for it. Is he going to stick it? You have to be careful here. It looks like he's just going to stick it through. Lou again. The defenders of Vex, they win it through. Pros do not fake.
Absolute huge clutch of a dark cover coming in there from Prophet. Just dropping it down before actually falling to the hands of King Gas's smoke, falling to the hands of Ego Peak just last second, allowing Lou to have enough cover to get that defuse off. Just brilliant play there.
Stuff like that, the minutiae on the round, the tiny parts of the round that just make the difference, and that really just cuts the line of sight, means they can get in the defuse and just, we're just going to stick it, and that's that, make sure they win out the round. And early aggression out towards this mountain, it looks as though that's where they want to send most of the push for the time being for SOGBOX. They've got themselves into a post-plant scenario a couple of times. It's not quite worked out with Vex and being able to retake it, so they're going try again here. Lou and Luki though, they're going to shut it down. Luki with the double, Lou with the double as well. Square it and double it. Only one member left alive. SOGBOX, unfortunately, it's not quite working with that seaside push, and they're not even going to get a kill off the back of it. Flawless again. Vexed are showing that they have the muscles and the endurance at this late evening.
Vex just showing that sometimes all you need is a single guiding light, well timed, and you can wipe an entire team. All that was one flash and a dream. 2 players with great aim,
Beautiful,
pushing with that guiding light and finding 4 kills on the board. Just a fantastic play from Vex there. Yeah, really going to capitalize on that, I think, and really try and take this 9th round on the board for them, to put them in such a strong position for the second half of this match here today in the lower bracket semi-finals.
It's been a good game so far, and again, it continues in fashion, the aggression. The showstopper comes through from Rudy as they aggress right in towards B. They just don't really want to wait, SOGBOX. They're not really interested in waiting around, and they want to get right in amongst it early on, but time and time again, it's proven to be to their detriment, because again, they find themselves in the man disadvantage. Vexed are in the driver's seat, but Eagle Peak has something to say about that. 2 versus 2 balances the scales, balances that man count, and approach the final minute. And only 2 members on the other side as SOG decide, you know what, yeah, we're not going to go towards B. We'll just leave the spike there for now. We'll maybe rotate around, show a little bit of face, and just make a couple of decisions. We've got plenty of time left.
I think they're probably going to use Prophet's ultimate from the shadows to retrieve the spike and go for a different hit, as they've also got that Lockjoy, the Killjoy's lockdown at their disposal. However, they are unaware that Luca is waiting behind this box.
No, like this.
Doesn't get clear. They both move. Find that 9th round on the board for the Vex. Amazing play from Luca.
He read it like a book. He just knew. He was like, I know the spike's down in B, but they're not going for it. Where are they going to be going for it? You know what? I'll just put myself in this little corner. I'll just wait, right corner, waiting for it to come round. And rewarded with a double to finish it off. 9-3, Vexed firmly in the driver's seat. They really do have this game by the scruff of the neck going into this second half. But that's where the reset happens, and that's where things changed. We complimented Vexed though on their attack on Lotus, and let's see what they can do this time.
It's looking like they might actually be able to pull off something crazy and do it fast. Because it looks like currently SOGBOX only have Ego Peak positioned on C. Yes, they've got a double swarm trap up on round 1, very strong. But it looks like we could be seeing the entire of Vexed pushing for a C hit.
Yeah. Looks like they could go for it, but instead, you know, Lou's like, you know,
they're backing off.
I have a bad feeling about this. I'm just deciding, you know what, yeah, let's go for a little bit rotate round. And Vexed, like we highlighted earlier on Lotus, they like to change the pace, they like to get aggressive, and they like to play a bit slower and then immediately burst onto site. And that's what we've came to know Vexed for the event so far.
Yeah, and then just Lou's picking up that orb, finding himself actually 2 orbs in this first pistol round, getting those Seekers up online as fast as possible to try and get a really aggressive burst round in their pocket for later on. Using that toxic screen onto A, I think has completely distracted SOGBOX. They're really just fascinated by this toxic screen. Not sure if they're actually going to hit that site. Ego Peak, however, still the Killjoy anchor just decided to stay. Has backed off into Waterfall, waiting for the rest of the team to arrive for a full retake. Vexed already on the site now. Every single angle
30
covered
seconds left.
as Lou begins the spike plant. And we're entering a retake situation. Petter finds the first block of the round on the Prophet.
Yep, very comfortable round so far for Vex though, but back and forward, we have at least a 4-apiece situation arising, and now SOGBOX has got an advantage in terms of the man count. Of course, spike down, so the time is of the essence, but Vex are slowly but surely losing out the members, but the pistol in the hand from Blue is enough to finish it off. 10-3 now, Vexed. They don't even entertain the possibility of the retake. Blue's like, you know what, guys, nah, I'll take away that helm there. I'll just close it out here.
That's what we like to see. Just like I mentioned earlier, Lou picking up those orbs has been huge. Round 1, 5 out of 8 ult points for those Seekers already. Getting those 2 ult orbs, the spike and 2 kills, instrumental. It's insane. They're going to be able to get that Seekers up online potentially now or even the third round, which is just, absolutely crazy for Vex. You can just see the way they approach the attack side of this map. It's just something else.
Yeah, I mean, we highlighted it. If you've not been in the stream as earlier when we watched Vex and Lotus, we've expected this. We've seen this before. We've seen this. It's tried and true that they really had put in a really good performance on Skull earlier. And yeah, they did lose that overall series, but that one map, Vex looked like they were the king of the worlds. And for now, it's continuing on. It seems as though Lotus is where they want to be, and teams will maybe be looking at this and thinking, maybe we should ban Lotus against these guys.
Yeah, I think in the future, if they're coming up against Vex, they're going to be wanting to ban Lucas, because it's just such a strong map for Vex.
It is, yeah.
And this is the way they play it. Look, we've got Petals on the lurk over here, that toxic screen. And it seems SOGBOX are so infatuated by it. Every time this toxic screen is coming up, they're rotating 4 players over. They really think that they're going for a hit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rest of the players are just sat outside B and C. They have them completely bamboozled.
It's honestly like dangling like a little wool ball in front of a cat.
Yeah.
They're all just like, yeah, this is definitely what they're going for. But look, no one has decided to go for it now, and now they rotate round. So they're almost playing right into the hands of SOGBOX, who are comfortable with that. They were maybe thinking that SOGBOX will think that it's a fake and go and move around, but they decide, you know what, we're just going to push right into it. Eagle Peak will find one. They open the pick aside of this round. Profit with another beautiful shot comes through. The pistols, they find their mark, and Vex here, they're struggling. But Petals, he'll have at least the one word to say, and Luca with a double comes through with a stinger, and SOGBOX, they've let it slip for now. Petals looking to get the plant down. There's only 9 seconds on the clock, but will at least manage to connect that round the corner. It doesn't quite land his shots. Stempy comes out on top, and it's a very scrappy round back and forward. The Sheriff comes out, and Genji clutches it out. What is this round? It's absolutely chaos.
It's a second round, and there's just such a back and forth everywhere. The swing is just ridiculous.
Thrifty. SOGBOX, they pull around back, they get it, and what was a very, very strange round back and forward. It was chaos is the best way to show that one.
We thought Vex just had SOGBOX in the palm of their hand, infatuated with the toxic screen, but they played into their own reverse psychology, and then ended up losing teammates. Decided to go for B, falling into SOG's trap. And then Sindh clutching up with that Sheriff. Oh my gosh, what are we watching here?
Chaos. It might be nearly midnight here, but we're still got full action happening here in the first map of this best of 3 here. Though it looks as though a bit of a holding towards B, and it looks as though a quick push as well coming out from Vex, using that neon just to make sure they can get right in there. But Eagle Peak's not entertaining any passion coming in from Luki. He puts him right into the dark. Profit with a double as well, and SOGBOX seem to have activated finally on Lotus. The pressure finally subsides, and they have a round and now a very comfortable position inside of this current round.
Yeah, Vex now on the back foot, only 2 against the 5 standing for SOGBOX. Looking like they're going to be controlling the entire map here. They've got eyes onto A main with the breakable door currently open, and 3 players sitting on B. Not going to let them get an easy plant in the middle of the map here. Vex have a difficult battle ahead of them with the spike not in their possession.
Yeah.
Currently sat just deep B. There's no way they're going to be able to retrieve this without any sort of way of being able to. They've got eco weapons. They're not going to be able to peek into these vandals here. Vex, I think, are just going to have to back off, or maybe just throw themselves at the enemy and see if they can get a kill before the end of the round.
Spike's dropped, and the killjoy inside for SOGBOX has not moved, right? It's just stood right on top of it, really shaking their head, saying, yeah, we're not going to move here. Then finds one, Luca is felled, Rudy will find King Ass. It's a flawless round as well. Not even a single kill on board for Vex. Then I don't think they'll be too worried about that. It was a bit of a save from them, really.
Yeah, so I think when that spike went too deep and got dropped, then the round was sort of over, especially when they didn't find any picks. But Vex sort of knew that, and I think they just realised they had to push out and try to find a kill.
For sure.
Eventually, at the end, before the round ended, they don't want to end the round with saving a frenzy, because they get no money. So now we're entering the next round. First full buy of the half. Both teams having vandals and armor. Here we go.
Very quick push. Looks to be the same situation as they go deep kill. Luki though, he'll find himself a double. Rudy almost reacting quick enough to finish it off, but Luki, he's going to find himself at least a massive bit of space on that A side. This Chinch though, he'll shut him down. It was not quite too good for the HB, so it's not that big of a loss considering he got himself the first 2 kills, and they've managed to rotate a couple players around here. SOGBOX and Petals now up towards the Viper there. At least the wall is a couple of angles off, but it does eventually fall, and now Petals can continue to move through, and it looks as though B is where they've decided to shift across to go for the plan. SOGBOX will have to react off the back of that. Petals is lying in wait though. He'll find one on Chinch there. Prophet though with the immediate refrag. Prophet round the corner with his comrade Eagle Peak right next to him. They're going to play off these refrags, but there's a flank coming around behind. You have to be careful here. King Ass is going to catch him in the animation, but he misses the shots. Prophet gets the gun up in time and brings it to a 2 versus 2. Can't quite find another one. Lou is waiting around the corner, lurking, and snatches right onto that kill and leaving Eagle Peak in a 1 versus 2 situation. The spike is is down, not looking too hot to try and get this retake. Lou around the corner. Eagle Peak finds at least one, but Lou not left in the round. Eagle Peak, he's just waiting to try and bait this out, but look how he's on the overwatch. He finishes it off, and plenty time for them left on board. Vexed, they win that one out. 11-5 on the scoreline.
What an unfortunate flank outcome there. Even though they did end up winning that round. Like, King Ass.
That works.
Well, unlucky.
Yeah. That's not bad for that. It's okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
It happens. It's just a bit funny.
Yeah, the round. Listen, they got the round win. His teammates didn't see it. We see it on stream. He can see it. It was me, guys. It's fine. It's alright. Nothing happened. Yeah, I just lost my one. It's fine. Mountain push though, starting things up on side for Vexed. Not as quick as what we've seen from the last 2 rounds. They have shown us that they like to bring up that pace immediately, but this time they just show face, show that they are around that area of the map. And for now, it looks as though they're going to head back to sports spawn and maybe make a couple of decisions.
Yeah, it looks like Rudy was actually taking an aggressive angle with that operator on B. Now they're pushing back up into heaven, maybe a bit unsure if that's the position they want to play. Maybe heading back down towards A long here. Cinch taking their place, holding B. And it looks like we could actually be seeing a Vex hit onto B. Could. They might be backing out.
Of course, as the words leave your mouth, they just say, you know what, guys?
We're going to do something else.
Yeah, we're going to go around.
C is potentially looking like a dangerous option for Vex.
There's a lot up there, you can see it. There's a
They've
lot.
got a Killjoy trap set, 2 swarms and the alarm bot on site with that turret to alert them as soon as they start pushing in. 2 players situated, Killjoy out the back and Omen sat by waterfalls, but they are going to initiate. Fast lane comes in as with the Trailblazer to try and find as many players as possible. The paranoia does blind the Omen off the angle. Ego Peak sitting in the back of the site. Viper's Pit does come down. Vex really looking to secure this round. Lou begins the plan.
Certainly
comes in for his first blood of the round onto Luca.
Beautifully done, starts things off. Lou now attempting to go for the plan. 12 seconds on the clock, but it doesn't matter now. Entering up this one scenario, and King Ass is not in a great situation. Wedged right into the corner, the short end in the face of Luki from Rudy. And back and forward we go. The kill feed can't make a decision as to which team to favour. Lou, you find one on the Prophet. Rudy with the reposition takes the face of Petals with him. Lou as well, back and forward, and it will boil all the way down to a retake for SOG. The defuse coming through, but what around that is middle.
What a huge blast back from Rudy there. Shorty to the face. Taking down that Viper's Pit. Amazing. Honestly, I don't think Petal saw that one coming. As soon as they saw the base entering their face with a Shorty, they're no. The Viper's Pit drops. And,
it's Jova, as they would say.
It's Jova. It is Jova. However, they do have the overdrive. They've got the Seekers. We could be seeing a very fast, explosive push here. Maybe not this round, as they've only got an eco buy. They might be waiting for an next.
Wouldn't be surprised with that, to be honest.
Just for some, they might be. They might just full send it with their eco, but they could be looking to potentially have an actual buy at their disposal for this sort of an aggressive burst onto site. Currently, they're just going to sit outside C, wait down the timer a little bit. We've got the Toxic Screen back up on A with the Viper Lurk. Just sending the Trailblazer down to C. They've seen that Rudy has an operator, and they're probably not going to push that as they're not interested in hitting that site anymore.
Well, I mean, they're still thinking about it because Rudy's actually went for the rotate round. So they've changed a little bit around here, and it's almost like a double fake here. And also that they've let that operator kind of sit for a few minutes here. Luki's leading the charge in straight in towards the ult in hand, ready to go for it. Beams out, they can't quite land it, unfortunately. He'll lose his life. He's not quite as accurate with that as he is with a gun. Chinch will find himself another one. It's Luca this time to fall. 3 versus 4 situation. The showstopper comes through, but there's no one actually going for the plant. They've not quite got that deep yet, so it'll be a wasted opportunity to find themselves another kill. but quite a bit of utility dumped right in towards C. It's very much a cocktail of
30 seconds
vision
left.
blurring situations for the Pels. It's not looking too good for the HP as well. 18, the shot does go whizzing past their ear. Will for now at least remain in the side of the round. Petals you'll find Stempy, and Chinsto will find one back onto King Haas, and the advantage still lies with SOGBOX. Blue going for the plan. Petals, so he'll find one onto Chinch here. 2 versus 2, the spike is planted now. The advantage is firmly in the hands of Vex, but pushing through the site here. Eagle Peak, you'll find Lou, and only one member now for Vex here to try and stop this retake from happening. The HP not looking too good. 40 on the clock here. Eagle Peak, he'll swing through. You can hear the screams, or at least we can hear the screams in the background as they win that one out. SOGBOX defuse it out, but equal round from Vex coming so close.
Yeah, SOGBOX just really applying the pressure. As soon as Vex got onto that bomb site, they were just using util after util, not dumping it all at once, just one by one. Snake bite into the paint shells, into the guiding light, just really trying to push them back and prevent that spike coming down for as long as possible, waiting so they can recoup and come together to prevent that spike from going down. It did end up getting planted, but they came together in that 2v3 retake actually, but it became a 2v2, and then that swing from Ego Peak, catching Lou off guard with the
You want to play? Let's play.
Certainly the situation. Rudy on this angle again, waiting for someone to come through towards Moun's side. Sends a shot early on, it doesn't quite land. Moves back again, just repositioning this time. Luca's on the other side, and we've seen what Luca can do on the chamber. Time and time again, shoulder to shoulder, they both just miss. It does actually connect onto the chamber of Luca. Takes quite a bit of damage, but is still alive, kicking for now.
Stempy back onto C, just holding the angle, playing safe. Vexed with the tour de force in their hand, in the hands of Luca. Just eyeing it up, nice and slowly, just taking their time. Trailblazer does come out, and Luca is away. And Rudy does find first blood of the round onto Luca. Seeing the true user of the operator in action.
Yep.
Rudy asserts their dominance over Luca.
Certainly it does for now. Eagle Peak on the other side of the smoke here, though Petal's just not quite aware of their positioning. Unfortunately gets caught checking that corner. Luca though, as aggressive as ever. Doesn't matter that they're in a man disadvantage. Yeah, I'm just going to beam it right into our sight and get aggressive. Get right into their face there, and he's going to be rewarded with a pick off the back here. Almost a second one, but Rudy says no! Sit down, get out of this round. I'm not interested in seeing you any longer. Profit with another one onto Lou, leaving one member left alive for Vexed. It's King Haas with the round on their shoulders. He at least finds Profit. 8 seconds on the clock as well, so not enough time to do really much. Has to find so many Vexed, so many kills, but they're just dancing around with them, almost playing with their food. Rudy with the shorty to the face, and the defenders of SOGBOX, they'll win that back, and they look to claw this closer and closer to evening the score. 11-8.
The absolute energy from SOGBOX as well this evening. Every time they're winning one of these rounds, we're hearing them screaming. Despite the time, despite how much VALORANT they've been playing today, they still are full of energy and are really excited to be in this match. Every round that they're winning, we're seeing that they've got a lot.
Yeah, may I highlight to you that 10 AM starts for these teams today. If you're on a lower bracket run, you're playing a hell of a lot of games, and they've been here for quite a lot of time. So they're gonna, the eyes are gonna start drifting, but this game is still providing those really top tier moments, and it's been an exciting game to cast as well.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some really fun moments, really exciting moments, especially that round earlier where they were flip-flopping between A and B, and now we're looking like this could be a really aggressive burst. One of Vex's classics as they are hitting C site. Fast lane goes up as the Neon approaches. Does get hit by the Killjoy's alarm bot. And now we're just seeing a bit of a slower approach. They've got themselves onto the site, but they're not 100% sure about what SOGBOX are going to do in response. Vex does send out that paranoia, but Rudy finds first blood onto Luca.
Again, every single time. Rudy putting in the hours there. He finds himself another opening pick here. Profit at least one onto King Haas. He finds himself a double as well off the back of it, but Lou shuts him down before they can continue to bleed out more in this round. Luca bounces back with one onto Chinch at the same time. 2 versus 2 situation established. They look to link together in an attempt to try and get this retake. Spike is down, but Rudy just gets caught lacking. He's not quite looking the right way. We've sung his praises. He just gets caught out, and again, Stempy doesn't check his corners. The attacking side of Vex there after what was a brilliant few rounds from SOGBOX. They almost closed their eyes on that one at the end.
Really, really nice and really well played from Vex there. Just playing off each other, setting up that crossfire on the end. Lou holding that off angle with the Guardian. I think that was instrumental in them winning that retake there. Ego Peak coming in with Rudy, but Rudy just completely not expecting one to be in waterfall. They thought they were going to be behind that box, using the blastbacks to initiate the retake, but yeah, just to his surprise, Lou was actually off site on waterfall.
Yeah, not
fantastic angle on them.
Not ideal, but great play there from Vex. They finally squeezed themselves on to map point. Of course, it is their map pick. Or, of course, not even that, I'm talking rubbish. It was Vex map pick earlier on, it's SOGBOX's map pick this time. So, of course, that will be a great performance if they do win it off the back of that. But look at this from Vex. They'll start to line up and start to push and prod their way towards that A side. There are two members on side here for SOGBOX that are just waiting with their hands open, ready for the ensuing slaughter and chaos we're probably going to see in a few seconds.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing this toxic screen on A finally getting some good use. As Vex are approaching the site, Paranoia goes in, does blind them. Teckles there. Stempy has been flashed out. He's going to he's going to sneak his way through door.
what is this
got
game?
Behind Kingas. Kingas is completely unaware that Stempy's gone round for a flank. However, he is supported by Rudy, who's managed to take control of A main.
Spike planted.
Potentially going to go back through double door.
3 versus 2 situation, of course.
Door has been opened. 2v3 situation now. Yeah, Lou.
One enemy remaining.
But Lou just gets
Oh, Eagle Peak comes out on top in that engagement, leaving one member left alive for Vex, but on the Overwatch and above, at least they claim one victim. It's Eagle Peak, but it's not enough to do anything else. Stempy gonna get on the defuse, and SOGBOX, they remain alive and kicking on Lotus.
It may be match point for Vex, but SOG are not going to go down without a fight. And we saw that there. Really well played. Great retake from SOGBOX. Just taking their time.
Yeah.
They did allow them to get the site, especially like we just saw Stempy sneaking out that door to rejoin Rudy to retake together. And Vex potentially looking to seal the deal, though. They do have an overdrive. They do have a Viper's Pit. These are two really strong ults that might be able to put SOGBOX to bed.
Certainly could. Though not quite as strong as the SOGBOX are bringing in, though. But Luffy heading up the charge straight into Mound, not wasting any time, gets straight in there. But we've seen him time and again, not quite finding his mark with his ultimate. It's not been the greatest performance
Spike down
from him. And said he's had a gun, but look, he shuts me up at least. He finds one onto Eagle Peak. Luca with another one as well, using the Stinger. And they have the advantage. Luca going for the plan, looking to try and put this game to bed. The Viper's Pit comes through for now. Petals, you'll find Chinch. There's only 2 members now on side for SOGBOX to try and stop this, to try and stop Lotus getting away from them and keep them on this map. Or do we go to the second map down and in favour of Vex? Their gun pokes itself out for now, but they rotate round towards the Decay. 1 HP for Profit. He needs to be very careful here. As he goes the corner, doesn't quite check it here. Look, he finishes it off with a pistol. They don't quite check that he's there. The classic to the face, shuts it off, and Vex, they take the map 13-9 on Lotus.
SOGBOX should not be demotivated by that match, though. They played absolutely just really good Valorant
certainly
against Vex there, especially as we know how strong Vex are. Yeah, what a fantastic map 1. We are going to be heading to a 5-minute break just before map 2, which is going to be Breeze. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
See ya.